Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the second half of week 3. This means we are officially halfway through the course, and hopefully last night everyone has turned in their personal experience speech. I've not gone through and checked everyone's yet. I know a lot of people turned them in early, which I very much appreciate because it helps me balance out how many I can grade per day. So thank you so much, and the ones that I have seen have looked fabulous, so congratulations to you. Do make sure that you go through and read the feedback, particularly on organizational and structural elements of your speech, what I want you to focus on for delivery, so that you can start making a plan to improve for your next speech, which is due in 1 short week from now. So let's talk a little bit about that. Now, last night you also turned in your informative topic, and I'm in the process of giving feedback to everyone on that as well. But go and take a look at what I've written, whether I approved or didn't approve, or tried to help you get some direction towards what you need to be doing for that speech. If you need to make adjustments, do that, and I will continue to write back with you and work with you on making sure that you got a great topic. Now, once you do that, you need to start writing your informative speech outline. And something that I noticed with the personal experience speech is that it seemed like some of you maybe didn't see the instructions until after the fact. This was because speeches were way too long, or some of the requirements weren't met, or the template wasn't used, or something like that. So I want to actually go back before the topic and show you what to do for the informative speech, where to find the instructions, then how to start writing your informative speech and some things to keep in mind. And then basically, just as a reminder, the group meeting number 2 will be due on Sunday, and I assume you more or less know what to do for that, that you know to answer the different questions that I have posted and use the different prompt, but that you're doing another process with a different prompt of the group problem solving process. Many of you have already turned that in, but if you haven't, that'll be due Sunday night, as will quiz 3. You'll need Respondus Lockdown browser again, so none of that is new information to you. So those 2 things due on Sunday. What I do want to talk to you about now is the informative speech. So if you will go to in week 3 assignments, okay, so you can see the week 3 checklist down here. Was all about your personal experience speech, and right under where the personal experience speech outline and video link was is the chapter 14 speaking to inform assignment. So it's got all the objectives, and this is where it was talking about the 5 different types of informative presentations that I wanted you to fit your informative topic into. So if you need to go back and look at that again, you can, especially if I've directed you to do something different with your informative speech topic. This is key, citing your sources. Let me put myself back on camera. This is important. You cannot forget to cite your source. If you do not cite one source in your speech, you leave 0 verbal citations out, it's not cited in your outline, or you don't have a works cited entry, that's 3 separate things that you need to do. If you do not have that, you will get 50% on your speech, okay? Half credit is all you can receive on this 115-point speech if you do not cite your sources. So please cite your sources. It is very important that you learn how to do this. If you're thinking to yourself, I don't know what she means by cite your sources, you've got to listen to this, you've got to look, you've got to ask questions, you have to figure it out. I can't emphasize this enough. I know there are people out there who are going to make half credit because they're not listening to this. So please don't be that person. I hate giving failing grades. I don't want to fail you on this speech. Please cite your source, okay, or sources if you use more than one. So whether you intentionally or unintentionally don't cite your sources, you are committing plagiarism. It is a serious offense, okay? Please don't do this. You're also going to be tested over citing your sources. So please know how to do this. All right, so I want you to read through here. Verbally citing your sources means that you have to say out loud what your source is. According to John McGee's 2016 book, Breakpoint, and then whatever information you got from that source, okay? Then you have to write it like that in your outline, and you have to put a works cited entry at the bottom. So 3 different things. Please look at all of this information. I have tons of examples for you here and a video. Now, hopefully you've already looked at that. But again, here's your informative speech instructions. It is 3 to 5 minutes to inform us about an object, process, event, person, or idea. Look at whether or not I have approved your topic. And please take a look at the informative speech evaluation. I also have this in rubric form on Canvas that you can take a look at, so you know exactly what I'm going to be grading you. There's your topic. Scroll, scroll, scroll. All right, writing your informative speech. Now again, let me come back up. It's very important that you're actually looking at this page of how to write it. This is what I would do if we were in the classroom. I know that an online class is really hard because there's a lot of reading to do and a lot of videos to watch and that sort of thing. But you're going to be spending about the same amount of time reading and watching these videos as you would if you were in a classroom during a summer course, sitting 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours a day, working with me. So this is what I would tell you and how I would work with you and what I would want you to do. So you're still spending about the same amount of time, even if you do feel like it's time consuming. I want you to take a look at it. So make sure that you're looking at how to do a general purpose, specific purpose, that you've rewatched or know how to do an introduction. The transitions are key, and the conclusion. This is how to do a verbal citation, and I'm pointing out here in this video that if you don't know how to pronounce someone's name, you need to look up how to pronounce it. The number one thing that gives you away when you're delivering your speech and makes you sound unprepared is if you don't know how to pronounce someone's name. So if you get up there and stumble through it, that's a clue to me and to the audience that you didn't practice. You never said these words out loud before. So make sure that you're projecting confidence and being prepared at all times by having run through this and you've learned how to pronounce words that are difficult for you. Just like before, you have an informative outline template that you can take a look at and that you can use, that I want you to use, that I'm requiring you to use to write your informative speech. So that is basically a recap of what I wanted to say today. The citing the sources is the absolute number one most important thing that you learn how to do. And if you have any questions about that at all, please ask me. All right. Other than that, due on Sunday, meeting number 2 notes, and your quiz number 3. All right. Take care, guys.